Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode 32 of Misfortune. So, we officially had a time jump, a time skip in the story. So, Breglar and company left the Temple Legion safely, evading its eventual demise due to a volcanic eruption that destroyed it and the surrounding areas. Breglor returned to his home village of Tern. For helping defeat the Misfits, the Royalists pardoned Breglor of his crimes, allowing him to return home without consequence. Yet the villagers may think differently of this. Breglor gave the Watcher the Legion key and the golden tablet for protection, but kept the broken staff for further study. Watcher believes Breglor is destined to find the second half and return it to the Watcher when recovered. The Royalists went back to the kingdom of Bethermule, vaguely leaving Breglor an invitation to visit soon. Watcher returned, I should say, returned home to rebuild his home. Returned to Bellhop. There we go. Returned to Bellhop to rebuild his home. Reglar never found Sparky, though thought to have ran away before their encounter with the Danger House camp back in Northwell. Reglar now stands at his front door, though the door is partially opened. So what happened was pretty much they took this route that led from the east side of the mountain of the Blood Mountain and then down south back into a northern entrance into Terran. So it took probably a half day's trip. And Reglor is, I should say, I am famished and hungry, thirsty, and etc. Also, because this campaign is officially going beyond my original expectations, I have went back to a set of rules that is good not to be used for longer campaigns. This will not be World Dungeons. Excuse me. I'm having some allergy allergy issues this season. Now, it's not World of Dungeons. It is going to be D&D. So I have brought Regular back to D&D, which I think we've done before. Updated his inventory to reflect what we left off with the swords and sorcery. He has his broken staff. He has the crown that we found. Still has a dagger, leather, armor, the longbow we picked up, rations, rope, and a torch. And that is all. So these are the stats. I also upgraded him to level 3 because of the quest, and I should give him a little uh, damage because of the travels and due to hunger. So he's at 15 on 21. He needs to rest to recover most of his HP. So these are his stats, if you're wondering. Okay. Now, like I said, he's been promoted, or he's leveled up to 3, which has given him a couple of extra perks, I believe, based on him being a thief. A rogue, sorry, a rogue. Fast hands. This will work. So you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a sleight of hand check. Use your thieves tool to determine trap, etc. So, and obviously my knowledge of D&D 5e is fairly basic. I might forget to do things that I probably could have done beyond just attacking. So we will do what we can. Let's go back to the notes. For this one, we'll just be using Google Notes from here. So this won't be a long episode. I'm a little short on time as usual, but I do have my dice gen already, or we can always use the dice on the D&D Beyond website. Let's test out what we typically do. Then that's a D100. So let's try it out. 61. Okay, that works. Just because I want you guys to see it. I don't want to take that away from you. We'll stick with the percentage system oracle, my own percentage system oracle, not the one-page mythic, which we will use in the future. So right now, I want to figure out. where why the door is open. Breglor is standing at the door at his home, and his home is a very small one-story uh, cabin, probably near the edge, almost bordering the woods surrounding forest. And the door is barely ajar. So let's see what time of day it is. I wanna roll 50-50. So 50% chance it's dusk, or it's basically it's sunset. 50-50 chance. So yeah, it is sunset. The sun is setting. So it is, let's say it's sunset, golden hour essentially. And Breglor sees his door is open. Now, like I said, he's tired, he's famished, he's thirsty, he's just wants to crash and take a nap, grab some food from his counter, from his pantry. But the issue is he's still in adventure mode, and we have to assume that there's someone inside that could be a threat. So what we'll do is equip our dagger, which we already have. So dagger, we'll pull out the dagger. We're going to open the door. We're going to peek. We're going to put our ear against the door and try to see if we can hear anything or see anything. So let's do a our first D&D check for tonight. We're going to do a perception check, perhaps. Yep. So I'm going to set a difficulty of, because the door is closed or partially ajar, I'm going to say it being nighttime, there's not much activity perhaps around the village. Everyone is home. Let's think like a 7 p.m. And he is solely focused on the inside of his cabin, of his house. So let's do perception. I'm going to say the difficulty is 12. 18. Nice. With the 3, so it's 21. He can hear footsteps and some chatter. So he hears, I hear footsteps and chatter coming from the inside of my house. And can we tell if it's let's roll to see if it's two or more characters. If it's two more NPCs with that perhaps. I'm gonna say it's two people, so 50-50. It's two people, 50% chance. 41. It is two people. Okay, so there are two people. I can hear two people chatting. Now, however, is the chatter common, or is it going to be another language? So also, we are in a village of humans who speak common, so I'm going to say 60% chance because it is a fantasy world. So 60% anyone, which means I have an idea who it is. Do we know this language? Let's see. It's not English. It's not common, I should say. Do we? What languages do we know? Let's go to our traits, I think. Languages we oh yeah, look at that. How conveniently speak Goblin. Is it Goblin? I'm gonna say due to past experiences with the Danger House, is it gonna be Goblins? So 75% chance it's gonna be Goblin. 65. We are super close within the 5%. So it is indeed, I can easily tell there are two goblins inside my house. They are rummaging through my belongings, my cabinets, my wares, everything. So it sounds like they are searching through my pantry at the moment in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm thinking that my kitchen is not in the front door. The front door goes to the entryway, which perhaps is a living room, thinking modernly. So the kitchen is a little further back. I open the door slowly. We'll do a stealth check. So let's go to our traits, our skills. We'll do a stealth check. Oh, wow, I have +7 on that. I'm gonna say because they're busy rummaging through the back, the kitchen. that it's going to be a fairly easy task to stealthily enter and then perhaps sneak out of sight, off to the side, not keep ourselves uh, not visible from the door through the doorway. So let's say 10, perhaps. Even with the low roll of 9, we did get a 16. So uh, I am able to sneak in, crouched, and then perhaps I'm going to uh, cover behind the doorway of the kitchen. So I'm just against the wall. Think like Agent 47, just behind, covering behind to the side of the door frame with his. I'm gonna have my dagger out, and then I can now get uh, a closer ear on what they're talking about. So what are, let's see, I listen to what the goblins are speaking about. Let's see what they're speaking about. So this is going to be coming through. Can I, are they talking, let's see, are they talking about, let me think here. Are they talking about me specifically? Let's say 75% chance they're talking about me. 22. They are indeed talking about me. Okay, so they are both speaking. I'm going to say vaguely because that was a low roll, a low yes about me. Perhaps they're looking for me. They got a tip that this was my home. Okay, so the Danger House we initially thought were defeated or had a mutiny, but most likely that's not true. So here's what's going through Gregor's head. He's thinking of the Danger House. It's obviously a stereotype. The goblins. He's had a past run-in, so He's profiling them to be the Danger House. Obviously, not all goblins are going to be part of the Danger House, but that is a dominant force in the Northern Lands, specifically, obviously, from the former camp. They're obviously their little headquarters up in North Rock that's now been, well, partially destroyed and abandoned. So, and most likely destroyed by the volcano. So now they've probably either been disbanded or they went rogue and they've scattered across the land. So, and it's been over a day. It's been obviously maybe up to a day since the initial escape we did. So, just thinking of all that lore, I'm going to assume that these two are former Danger House and they are looking for me for some reason. So, here's what I'm going to do. Using my potential surprise attack, I'm going to uh, run up to them. I'm going to first peek. I'm going to try to look around the frame of the door and see if I can, first off, not be noticed. Secondly, spot if I can get behind one of them and hold a knife to the neck and ask what they're doing in my house. Okay? So I peek around the corner, seeing dot dot dot. So okay, now can I do this? This will be. I think they're still rummaging through. Now let's ask the Oracle. Did they find anything? Had they stopped rummaging through? I'm going to say 40% chance on this one. Okay, they're still looking through the pantry. So they're focused on pantry for some reason at the moment, which is very intriguing. They must be really hungry. They're looking for something specific, perhaps. So I see them focused on raiding the pantry for some reason. Their backs are turned, perhaps. So, oh, you know what? I rolled to see if what they were doing for context, but I need to see I can. Yeah, they are focused on raiding the pantry. That was for context, not for my actual sneak. So what I'm going to do is another roll, another skill roll, and I think this will be investigation, perhaps. No, probably going to be perception. Let's see. We'll do stealth checks. I'm gonna peek around this just to see what they're doing. So giving Regular a chance to surprise attack. Let's say because they're focused on their backs are turned to us, I'm gonna say 10. Nice. 23 again. So uh easily seeing the two goblins rummaging through my pantry. Okay, I'm going to sneak up behind one of them, dagger to their throat, their neck, and pull one back, shouting in the goblin what, or I should say, asking what they are doing here. Okay, so we have to roll for this. This will be obviously an athletics check, I think, plus stealth. So let's do acrobatics. Let's see, didn't stay with feet, tricky situation. I think it might be athletic acrobatics. I'm gonna do both if this is even allowed, but I'm gonna bend the rules if it is. I'm gonna do sleight of hand. I'm sorry, not sleight. Stealth to sneak up, and then acrobatics to grab the. So let's do stealth to get up to them. I'm gonna say 12, a little slightly more difficult. Okay, 12. Nice, critical, perfect. That is awesome. Okay, so I think I'm going. Okay, here's the plan. So this is the plan. Go sneak up to them. I sneak up perfectly behind one goblin, the closest goblin, and then I'm going to grab him, which will be acrobatic. I'd say this because they're busy. It's going to be 12 again. Uh, just one short. Oh, God. Okay, an attempt to grab the goblin, but his partner just spots my dagger shining from the moonlight to the window and screams. Now, do they react? Let me hold off on the scream. Do they react, I should say, as a threat? Do they get scared? Are they peaceful? Because we're assuming they're Danger House, but I didn't take time to look at what they're wearing, if there are any insignias of Danger. I don't know if I'm familiar with Danger House, but let's just say that let's assume that they are Danger House. Now, do they react uh, offensively? Let's say 70% chance. Oh, that is interesting. They don't react offensively. Defensively, sorry. So, okay, that's interesting. Do they attack? They don't defend themselves. They don't react defend. I'm going to say they. I said offensively, but then I'm changing my terms to defensively. That's a little trickery. That's kind of inconsistent with my rule. Interesting. So they don't attack. They're not offensive. They're defensive. Okay, here's what they do. All right. Both goblins jump back into the pantry facing me, telling me to, or yelling at me to hold off. Don't attack. Don't attack us. Okay. All right. So they're defensive. I'm kind of correcting myself here. I rolled to see if they were going to attack or, but they are defensive, which was a slim chance, but they are apparently. So they might not be Danger House, but they do know they broke into someone's place. So I hold my dagger at them, asking them who are they? So who are they? Are they with Danger House? Let's say I'm going to say 75% chance on this one. 75% chance. Are they with Danger House? 64. They are. Okay, so here's okay. They they say They are with Danger House. That's context. But are they going to tell me that? Let's say I think they're going to lie. I really think they're going to lie to regular. So let's say 30% chance they're going to lie. Whoops, sorry about that. Nope, nope, don't want to do that. 30% chance they're going to lie to us. 30% chance, and they don't lie to us. Okay. They appear, let's see, frightened. Appear, are they frightened? That's what I'm wondering. I'm going to say they are. They appear rather frightened. I don't think they're fighters. Frightened. Yelling at me that they are with Danger House. I'm going to tell them, Danger House, you guys almost got me killed multiple times. Why shouldn't I gut you now? Okay. So I'm thinking that will be intimidation. So let's roll for intimidation to see if, yep, let's see. I'm going to say they're obviously frightened. So low difficulty of 8. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So nothing really changes. I don't think anything changes. One of the goblins, counters, says, "You don't scare, you don't scare us, human." I ask them, "What are they doing here?" Okay. I ask them what they're doing here because I'm really curious why they are. Are they going to tell me why they're there? Probably not. So that I'm going to say that's another intimidation roll. Um, let's see. I'm going to do a difficulty of 10. We'll keep it as it is, or raise it a little bit. 10 plus the. Okay, so we barely. Okay, they barely tell us. The the more basically the cowardly lion of the two, the more cowardly goblin, who's probably a little further in the pantry, like hiding behind his friends, his brother or something, tells me that they are looking for. Now they're looking for me. I think they were looking for me. Let's see. What was the? Did I roll for context? Um, I think they were looking for me. I believe it's I don't have to roll the oracle for this. I think it's evident they are looking for me. Why would the Danger House be in my house? Danger House be in my house while I am a adversary of theirs. So they were tasked to let's see, maybe find something that I have, or I think they're looking for the staff. That's what I'm gonna say. They are looking for the staff. And the other goblin, sorry about that, tells his brother, he says, "Brother, shut your mouth, shut your trap." And I say, "Brothers." Now, am I going to play stupid, or is the staff poking on my bag? So because the staff is broken, and I've always seemed to have a traveling bag. The staff is going to be in my bag, so they can't see it. It's busted in half. I'm going to say, I won't say brothers. I'm going to say what I'm gonna play stupid. What staff? This will be a lie, so this will be deception. I'm gonna say 10. They're probably not the brightest, so 10 for difficulty. Okay, good. What staff? Okay, so they they thought it would be here since I was in the temple. I'm gonna lie saying, what if the Misfits have it. Now they're going to basically, oh, this will confuse them because they think I'm part of the Misfits. Maybe that's it. They were kind of a neutral. They were an adversary of all. We were three individual parties. So the Misfits, you know, the Royalists and the Goblins, the Danger House. But us were paired. We were paired with the Royalists to battle the Danger House. So they do see us as a separate, they do see us as an opposing force. But me saying this will confuse them. Does it confuse them? I'm gonna do a simple Oracle question. Does that confuse them? Let's say 70% chance. So oh wow, it does. 73. That's within 5% scope. So they appear increasingly confused, thinking that I was a member of the Misfits. They appear increasingly confused. Okay, so I have to wrap up this episode very quickly, not narratively, but like to recording time. So, without rushing things, possible paths we can take here. Do I kill these guys? Do I let them go? Do I trick them, telling them I'm not with the Misfits. I was always on my own. I got wrangled into this whole thing. So, like, end this peacefully, or this could be a bloodbath. Now, let's see. I'm gonna ask them. They're gonna ask me. They ask me if no, they tell me they thought I was with the Misfits, with Dervish. And I tell them, this isn't a lie, that I killed Dervish and Belinda, was it Belinda? Belinda with my own two hands. So I'm gonna try to sound like I'm not on their side, but like I took care of them. So do they believe me? This isn't really a lie. This is just more of a do they believe me situation. I'm gonna say, 50-50. I don't know. 50%. Do they believe me? They don't believe me. Wow, they think for a moment, but they don't believe me that I did such a such a thing, because they've been trying to kill them for so long. So they compare their years of trying to kill the Misfits team crew. I'm gonna tell them, back go back to Blood Mountain and see for yourself. Okay. So now the goblins are at an impasse here. Now, they're obviously not attacking me yet. That's pretty evident. But I'm offering them a way out. Say, go back to Blood Moon to see for yourself. Are they going to take my? Okay, so the goblins are either going to. I think they're either going to attack me. They don't see a way out of this, or because they see an advantage, two against one. I am weakened, or they're going to leave. I'm giving them a chance to leave peacefully because perhaps my character has seen enough bloodshed in this past what week now. So let's just roll the oracle, see what's going to happen. 50% chance they attack. So let's roll. No, oh wow, 94. So they don't. Okay, so uh, the goblins steady themselves and I'm going to say put their weapons away. I keep my dagger drawn on them, tell them to put back. Actually, I haven't really. Oh yeah, wait, they're right. They're looking for the staff, but they're looking for the pantry too. Put back anything they stole. Now, did they steal anything? That's the oracle question here. Or I'm going to do intimidation if that. Let's do intimidation. I'm going to say 10 because there are 10. Ah, it doesn't really work. So they can't really tell if they're lying or not. They shake their heads while slowly backing up. Oh, I'm gonna think how they're going to exit here. Are they going to leave through a back door, perhaps? That's just next to the pantry. I'm gonna think they're going to do that. So while backing up to the back door, opening it with opening it and leaving. So they scurry off. They basically run off into the forest. I'm standing there watching my like. I'm gonna say, let's ask the Oracle. How badly is my kitchen been? Because I think that they've been mainly focused in the kitchen. So how badly is it rated? From a scale one to okay, actually it's not that bad. I was gonna 1 to 100 is the worst. So it's not that bad actually. They they're only in the pantry for a second. So we literally walked in when they probably just entered, which means they broke my lock. Uh, I lock the back. I'm gonna say I close the pantry door, close the back door. Is the back door lock okay? I'm gonna assume it is. So let's say 80% chance. It's not broken because they never went through it. 74, yeah, it is. Okay. Lock it. I go back to the front door, close it, but is the lock broken? And most likely it is. 75% chance. It is 80% chance it's broken. And I guess I rolled. I rolled an 80. Of course I did. Uh, the lock was just broken off completely. The knob, I should say, completely. Yeah, the lock was broken off completely. But I still closed the door. Is there a couch or some kind of chair I can like lay back in, or some of my is like I'm thinking of maybe the front half is my bed and like the back side is the kitchen and obviously the not a bathroom per se, but I can't remember in Middle Ages what they used. Shoot, what was it called? The outdoor. There's an area where basically the toilet's outside. I completely forgot what it's called, but that's outside. So the front half of my house is my living quarters, and then the back side is the back half is the kitchen, living, table and kitchen table, all that. So, but I still closed the door. Okay. Um, I am going to take a long rest. So we take a long rest. Does anything happen when we rest? Let's do 25% chance. Does anything happen when I long rest? 39. Nothing happens. Okay, so I long rest. I think I don't remember if this is going to be. Oh yeah, so long rest. Yep, confirm. We're back to health. Okay, good. All right. Next morning. All right. I wake up healed. Okay, good. So we are healed up, and that will be episode 32. So goblins in goblins in Terran. Okay, so this will be the first of the goblins. Actually, I'm going to put the title. This would be a great pun here. Danger in my house. Perfect. It's Danger House, Danger in my house. But yeah, that's episode 32. So that was actually pretty. I actually liked it. It was pretty good. Everything was just straight from my head. I didn't really use any table. I didn't use any tables. Just did some dice. We're using D&D now. Quest wise, here's what I did. We completed the debt to pay. Now we're at the Broken Staff quest, which was the Watcher. So that's most likely going to be after we get some food at our tavern here in Taryn, if there is a tavern or some kind of bakery. And that's really it for now. So the Danger House are still around, perhaps scattered, but or that might be a mystery. That might be a slight obstacle we got to deal with around Taryn. So I'm thinking maybe the goblins are in Taryn, or they were never really completely defeated. So that's gonna be it, guys. We are back to Taryn here, And I'll see you guys next time on 8:30 RPG. Thank you so much for watching.